A meeting about a meeting. This should be interesting. I don't know if any of you have ever watched Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm, or I'm sure you're familiar with the TV show Seinfeld. I never really watched Seinfeld. I don't think I've actually ever watched an actual episode. I've seen little snippets here and there. I thought it was funny. But Curb Your Enthusiasm, that really, really made me laugh. This is a scene, I guess, from, or like some little snippets from an episode or something. Let's check it out. It's called A Meeting About a Meeting. Let's check out Larry David. And what's his name? Alexander.
Where do you want to do this?
Well, we could do it here. We could do it in my office.
Would you mind coming here?
Okay. All right, I'll meet you there.
You don't mind?
No, that'll be fine.
3 o'clock, okay?
All right, I'll see you then.
Okay, pal.
Bye.
Ah, he asked Larry David, the guy, what's his name? Alexander, the guy, the little short, little chubby guy, who, by the way, I saw one time just, we were both waiting for a valet to collect our cars, and I bumped into him in Los Angeles outside of a restaurant somewhere. It was called Mozza, or something like that. It was Mario Batali's restaurant, and Eric what's his name? Alexander. I forgot his name. But anyway, that's my only brush with any of these guys. But he just asked him to, when you have a meeting with somebody, and you don't live really close to each other and you want to get together, there's that issue of, how far is the other person going to drive to meet you? I often try to tell the person, hey, look, why don't you meet me halfway? Or in some cases, I'll even come all the way to you. And in some cases, you come all the way to me. I will say that I did have a tactic when I was dating. When I was single and I was dating, I would actually, so silly, but I would actually have the girl drive to my house. And I would not invite her in. I would just open the door just to, say, hey, give me a second. I just got to get my stuff and I'll be right out, just to let her take a peek inside the house to see how nice it looked. But I actually had the girl drive. I swear to God, I had some girls that drove almost an hour. I couldn't believe it. When I think back out of it, it was so silly. But it was this, the things that men do to get you girls out there. Come on now. Anyway. Let's get right to this.
Never fails. Every time I have to go to a meeting or there's a meeting, it's never in my office or my house. I'm always going. No, nobody's ever coming to me. I've never had a meeting in my house or my office. Never. I don't even need chairs in front of my desk. Nobody ever sits there. Every meeting, I'm traveling. So then he calls me a
She's so cute, his wife, in this show. She is so cute. I think she's so cute and so charming. She's got such a pretty little, feminine little, cute little smiley voice. There's this great comedian. He's really a comedian's comedian. He used to be, he got sick and he's still around. He's in Los Angeles. I actually produced something like a web series. And I actually hired him to be in one. He used to be on a TV show called Louie with Louis C.K. His name is Rick Shapiro. Anyway, he's got this one skit in one of his acts where he says they love women. They have that. They're so cute. They have that cute little Chelsea mini Chelsea vagina voice. Little mini Chelsea vagina voice. In other words, saying that Chelsea is like the epitome of a cute little pretty girl with a cute little Chelsea mini vagina voice. A mini vagina. It just. I'm not doing any justice to it because I'm not a comedian. But if you get a chance to check him out, he's got some stuff on YouTube and he's really funny.
All turd. 5 minutes later, my tire, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So he cut it. He slashed the tire.
Slashed the tire, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
The guy's coming with my car, and I got to drive him back to the gas station, so I got to go downstairs.
Now?
Yeah, in a couple of minutes. He's going to be here. I'm sorry.
All right. Did you get a license plate or anything?
Yeah, the guy's license is 14 Thor.
14th floor.
And he looked like a Norseman of some kind.
There's a professional wrestler, one of the guys. Mm-hmm. His first name's Thor. Thor Olson. professional
sounds
wrestler.
familiar.
For Olsen. And I think I saw something, there's a big wrestling thing in town at the Staples Center. It could be him.
You're kidding. He's in L.A. for this.
Yeah, who else would have a plate like that? Yeah.
And he sounded like a wrestler when he was standing over my window. I was doing that
Yeah, and he
voice.
sounds just, the description is exactly the same as what you're saying. Big, huge guy, long, blonde hair.
What's this thing?
Oh, that. You ever get one of these?
No, what is this?
Supposedly, I drove through some sort of red light or an intersection of some kind, and they have these photos now.
Holy cow, they took your picture?
Yeah, they have the thing up on the light.
I don't mind it if they actually catch you doing something illegal, but not
Exactly.
on camera.
Jesus, am I fat?
Yeah, it looks like you put on a couple of pounds.
Yeah, well, horrendous.
Boy, speaking of putting on a couple of pounds, man, that's the story of my life, man. They say the camera adds about 10 pounds. I got news for you. A big piece of chocolate cake adds about 10 pounds, too. All right? I just had one.
Well, I'm real sorry. What a wasted day.
Listen. All right, I tell you, you want to do tomorrow?
I don't think there's that much to go over, really.
No,
you know.
let's make a time with Vera. You'll come back in tomorrow. I got some openings in the afternoon, and we'll kick it around for an hour or so.
Come back tomorrow.
Okay, I was kind of thinking maybe tomorrow we could do it in my office in Santa Monica.
No, that's okay. Let's not do that. No, we'll do it here. This is good. This works. This is good.
Well, it's kind of a lot easier for me if we could do it in Santa Monica. I mean, I came here today, so tomorrow maybe.
Yeah, it kind of works a little better for me if you come here. It's a little
Yeah,
easier.
I bet it does.
I can focus on it a little better.
I got a very nice office. You'll be able to focus in on anything. I'll give you a very comfortable chair. I got blackboards up there. We can write it all out. It'll be a breeze.
It's not the office. I'm very low maintenance. It's just, we're supposed to have a meeting, and then we're having a meeting. So let's start by doing what we set out to do. Let's accomplish that. Let's have a meeting here at my office.
We did attempt to have the meeting, and I did make the drive part. So the drive part,
Yeah,
that I did do.
The driving you got down good.
That's
but,
a little out of balance now because I did my drive
But it's not out of balance because you were driving and I was waiting. So, but the important thing is we didn't.
well, the waiting,
meet.
there's a lot to do while you're waiting. There's nothing to do while you're driving. Tomorrow, if you want to drive to my office, I'll be happy. You
very
can
nice.
keep me waiting for as long as you want.
I know, but we made a plan.
I
we set
understand,
a
but-
plan. We
Yeah.
said we'll meet at my office
Right.
and we'll have a meeting.
Yes.
That's the plan. That hasn't been accomplished. Let's
No,
accomplish
but,
that. That's all
but
I'm
we
saying.
attempted to have the meeting, but it was
We
aborted.
attempted and we failed. Let's have that meeting. Let's have that meeting.
We're having that meeting right now.
This
We're
is not a
having-
meeting about the show. This is a meeting about having a meeting.
I know, but the intention is the same. Don't you understand? I drove here with the same intention.
The driving
of
is
having
not the meeting,
The
Larry.
driving is what.
You know what's funny about that on a serious note? I tend to believe that intentions matter. Some people, they say, no, intentions don't matter. For example, let's say in a military strike, they're trying to hit a home with a smart missile, but there's going to be some casualties, maybe potentially around there with some civilians. The intention is not to harm civilians. The intention is to get the home, but the casualties sometimes happen, and then you say, geez, but that wasn't the intention. Or, you set out to do something nice for somebody, and you had the intention to do something nice, but somehow something went wrong, and then the person focuses on what happened wrong. They say, I'm sorry, it didn't, but wasn't my intention. My intention was actually to do the right thing. And some people argue, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter at the end of the day what the intention was. What matters is what net, what happened. What ultimately happened. That's the bottom line. I don't know the legalities of it. Like if you're in a court and, someone actually got hurt or died and, in a car accident, you say that it was unintentional, there probably still is punishment that is handed down, but maybe there's some leniency. So I do think that intention matters. What do you think? Do you think intention matters, or do you think at the end of the day it's just horse poop?
We're talking.
The
driving is what we're talking about.
You keep coming back to this insane thing. We're driving.
Yes.
Driving is not the issue. Did we make
I think driving is the issue.
We had a singular plan. We were going to have a meeting about the show
okay,
in my
so we're
office.
having a meeting.
You can drive around the world. We still haven't had a meeting.
I'm sorry, man. I think that's funny. There's something about, I guess if I had to watch these shows over and over again, they probably would lose that funniness about it. But something about Larry David makes me crack up, just a character, you know what I mean? Just a really funny character. I mean, he's I don't know how much of his character on this show is true to life. If it's very close to what he's like as a person, I have no idea. I would imagine it is. Do any of you guys out there know Larry David personally, or even just, by association? Is he a funny dude like this, or is he a miserable curmudgeon? There's a nice word for you, curmudgeon. Anyway, this is my wife and I have binge watched the Curb Your Enthusiasm. We went through all of the seasons, and they ended all too soon. It was just too much fun. Hey, look, what do you have to say about it? I'm curious. Hey, listen, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, and you take it easy. And if it's real easy, take it twice.